But okay, the Muta's flying down, looking for those pesky vultures that could harass one of these bases, and Hiva is doing the mass expand right now. He's taking the 10 o'clock and the 6 o'clock. And eventually he's going to take that mineral only over at the 3 o'clock too, well, the 9 o'clock over there. And Flash, it looks like he's trying to push out right now. He has a sizable force, but I don't think he's going to be anticipating the amount of Hydras that are out there for Hiva too. I mean, Hiva, he has a lot of troops. Flash, he tried to lay the mines in a place where the Hydras might run into them, but I'm not sure if Hiva is going to fall for that. He doesn't have Overload speed yet, unfortunately. Looks like he's committing to troops instead of that upgrade, but he's going to need that upgrade soon to deal with the mines, because mines just tear up Hydras like crazy. So now Flash working his way down, snaking his way down. He does have Charon boosters, and he's going to be able to take out this base. But let's see what Hiva does right now. He's got to act somehow. He's got to either protect this base or go for the counterattack. And he's not going to be able to protect the base. That goes down very quickly to a massive amount of Goliaths. But I think the Hiva is going to try to box in these troops. Yeah, he's coming down with all of his troops, and he's going to be able to drill through this because there are no tanks in here whatsoever to help out against the Hydralists. And Flash isn't going to be able to reinforce with any troops because he's kind of cut off the supply line. Now there's a science vessel out, so as soon as Irradiate is done, Flash is going to eliminate at least one part of this army, one half of this army, which is the Mutalists. One Irradiate on that clump of Mutas will take them down to very, very low health, and then they'll just melt to Goliath. Flash coming up here looking for drones this night, but Hiva doesn't have any yet. And Hiva is stuck at 3 bases right now, so Flash, you got to find a way to get his 3rd base. He tried earlier, had to cancel, and now he's throwing it down again at the mineral only, so let's see if we can hold it this time. And Flash is trapped inside this choke. If he tries to move out, he'll be putting his Goliaths out there, one Goliath at a time, and they'll just be sniped until they're all dead. But I think he's going to try to move out soon anyway. I see some movement down there. He's trying to find a way to get those troops out of there because he needs his whole army together. That is the power of a mech build, having your entire army together. All the Goliaths, the mines, dragging into the Hydras. That's another big plus for a mech build, have mines everywhere. It's not really economically feasible. Well, it's not really feasible in general to have overlords all over the place with every single army that's moving out. Plus, they're sometimes not fast enough to go out there and see all the mines, and he doesn't even have a speed upgrade yet. So Flash trying to sneak by, picks off 1 drone, 2nd drone, 3rd drone. That's all he's going to get. So, really, Flash hasn't got a whole lot of economic harassment done. He took out 1 base, of course. That is a lot of harassment. But he hasn't dropped anywhere. He doesn't have a single dropship out to get some vulture drops, which I think could be very, very effective. Dropping into the main, I mean, there's not much in the main at all for Hiva. So if he drops inside the main, he can pretty much kill every drone, I think, if he gets a single dropship out there. Okay, Hiva is sending his overlords up looking for extra expansions, I think. I think he's trying to figure out where Flash is expanding, or if he's expanding at the moment. Whole lot of mines up. There is a single overlord, so I think that Hiva will be able to snipe that. Shuts down another harassment. Only a couple of drones went down there. And Flash, at least he has his 3rd base up and running. He has that up and running, so now he's doing okay. Now he's just got to play the defensive game until he has a big enough army complete with siege tanks to move out and take another base. And Hiva, he's taking his mineral only, trying to get his 4th base up and running yet again. He's going to have a very difficult time taking out the 6 o'clock base. He's still hovering around that 6 o'clock, making Flash stay in there with his Goliaths, keeping his army apart. That is crucial for Hiva. If he can keep... he took out the science facility that was out there to scout the top base, so Flash would know when that base would go down, but that's huge. Flash has got to rebuild that science facility if he wants to get upgrades or any more science vessels out. And Burrow was researched, so wow, even fewer drone kills for Flash. So Flash is actually in a pretty bad position. He's going to move out and try to get out of this base. He notices the amount of Hydras, and he has to back off yet again. You can see his brow kind of arch like, man, I got to get those Goliaths out of there if we want to get this army together. So now expect Flash to go out and try to secure that army. Try to save that army at the 6 o'clock so he can get it all together and do this push. Because if he can get his entire army together, he's going to be so powerful. But until that happens, he is kind of weak, actually. And there is... Oh, looks like Hiva's going to try to get rid of this troop before Flash can save it. And this could be the best move. Quite a few mutas are going to go down here, but nothing else is going to go down because Hiva is committing all of his Hydras to this. He knows his Mutalisk will be rendered pretty useless anyway soon once a Radiant gets out there. So Flash is taking his 4th base. Hiva taking his 5th at the 12 o'clock position. He's probably going to try to retake the 6 o'clock soon. He's going to have to deal with so many mines in the middle of the map, but not a lot of mines. You can tell from the minimap, the Hiva, he has Overlords positioned all over the middle, so he can find those mines and snipe them. And now he's going to deny this base, unless Flash, he's coming in with the science vessels. This could be a little bit suicidal for the science vessels, though. Oh, and Radiate with a big clump of mutas, and not even separating those mutas, but plenty of Hydras in here to destroy this base. And now Flash, he's trying to position his siege tanks in a way that he can tackle this troop. Try to make Hiva bash his head into a brick wall down here, but Hiva did a good job sniping that base. And, oh, wow, he burrowed, but I think there's a science vessel in here, so I think Flash will be able to see that burrow soon. Maybe, maybe not. This could be a very smart tactic from Hiva to burrow those troops, because Flash is putting down his 5 o'clock base yet again. So these burrow troops are actually going to come in handy, because Hiva is going to try to push here. He unburrows at the same time, and Flash forced to cancel another command center. A very smart play from Hiva, actually. And now he's finally going to get cleaned up, and Flash going to re-put down his 4th base for the 3rd time. But Hiva, notice this. Hiva at the same time taking the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock. So he's going to take every other base and try to starve Flash out, I think. He's just got to be careful about these mines.